Okay, so this is me second blog of me with Bell's palsy. Um, so I just thought I'd do this and sort of talk about how it's affecting me. So as you can see, my mouth is quite pronounced. My eye is not great. If I shut my eye, or what feels like I shut my eyes, I get this. So to me, that is completely shut. But certainly to Ollie and Grace, my kids, it freaks them out big time because my eye is apparently still visible. Um, so I am um, diagnosed with Bell's palsy. So Thursday I'd been out doing user research, I'd doing some interviews, and I found throughout the day my eye was struggling, and I was winking, and my speech was quite slurred when I was talking to people, and I felt really tired and not good. So when I got home, Rich took one look at me and made me phone 111, who asked me some questions about my speech, got me to raise my arms, things like that, which I could do without a problem. So they sent an ambulance, which didn't arrive for an hour, and then they rang back to apologise, saying, ambulances are out on emergencies. They'll get to me as soon as they can, which seemed a bit pointless because I didn't really feel like I was an emergency. So I just said I'll drive up to the hospital. So I got to the hospital about 6 o'clock. Got back from the hospital about 1 a.m. That was quite stressful because I thought very possibly I'd had a stroke because I felt quite tired and confused as well. So I think Rachel was quite concerned that maybe I had a stroke. So I had a CT scan, I had blood tests done, I had to get wheeled around in a wheelchair, which was ridiculous because I could walk, but the kids thought it was hilarious. It was quite scary because the thought of having a stroke at 37 is not nice. So when I found out it was Bell's palsy, that was kind of a relief. So I've got eye drops, I have to tape my eyes shut because I can't shut it, so it goes really dry. So I've got eye drops, but at night I have to tape it shut, and whenever it gets tired or sore, I have to tape it shut. Hence me having an eye patch, which hopefully Ellie will draw skull and crossbones on soon, so it looks slightly less boring. So far people have just not exactly been avoiding people. So one thing I've seen a lot of people with Bell's palsy talk about is that it can make them really depressed and they avoid people. I've been out and about a bit, but I get one thing that nobody sort of told me about until I have started reading up on it on Bell's palsy forums, is just how incredibly tiring it is, and I just feel constantly knackered. So I went to bed at 8 o'clock last night, and it's just so tiring more than anything else. So I had a bit of a walk around yesterday, and by the time I'd finished, I was absolutely knackered. And I just feel constantly drained at the minute, which is not fun. So taping your eyes shut at night is not particularly pleasant either. Eating and drinking is fun because I can't open my mouth very wide. I'll get to there. And that's about it. I suppose I'm quite lucky I've got my beard sort of growing in quite long at the minute, that it's perhaps less pronounced than it might be, or less obvious. Nobody's particularly taken a lot of notice. I can tell people are looking at me, especially if I wear the eye patch. I did have a 4-year-old kid who just turned around and stared at me for a minute or so, and then asked me what was wrong with my eye, which was great fun. So I had a chat with him about it, and it doesn't particularly bother me. People looking, but it is a bit strange to know that people are looking and trying not to look. So I'll see how I get on, really. I've got 2 hospital appointments coming up, one with an eye specialist to make sure that nothing's going wrong with my eye now that I can't shut it. And then I've got an appointment with the ENT which I don't really know what that's about. Headache's gone, I still got pain in my ear. One of the weird things about it is incredibly sensitive to sounds or loud noises or bangs. Is horrible. That's probably it, really. That's all I was going to say for this one. I'll probably do another one in a couple of days. See how I get on, maybe after I go to the hospital, which I think is on Thursday actually. So we'll see. Okay, see you later.